Good afternoon, Viking Nation. Welcome back to the Lago Vista North Shore Classic, Day 3 here in this tournament hosted by your Lago Vista Vikings. We are set to kick off this Consolation Championship between your Lago Vista Vikings and the China Spring Cougars. China Spring went 0-2 on Thursday. Lago does the opposite, goes 2-0, and Cash Schiller will get started with a tip over to Dylan Stovall. Lago Vista going 1-1 yesterday with a loss against Gateway and then a win against. And Dylan Stovall will start the day off with the scoring. Win against Rockdale yesterday afternoon for your Lago Vista Vikings to play for this Consolation Championship. Ever since China Spring went 0-2 on Thursday, they've won every single game since. As Pierce Hergenrader will step out of bounds there. Knocks Outlaw up top. Gives it over to Trey Ellis for three. That's all he does is shoot threes. Rebounded by Cash Schiller. Trey Ellis, a three-point shooting machine for the China Spring Cougars. Josh Bailey. Pass over to Hayden Moore. Hayden Moore had a lot of threes on Thursday. Couldn't quite connect with them yesterday. Pierce Hergenrader in the corner. Drives in. Short corner jumper. Puts it up. Won't go. Off the rim. Ball rolling around. Morgan Hensley will hop on it. Sammy Kubiak. Pump fake three. Hensley in the corner. He drives in up top to Lafferty. Trey Ellis from deep will find his three-pointer today. Schiller in the paint, puts up the nice layup. As they will retake the lead early on here, 6.5 to go in the first. Pass in the paint to Lafferty, and he'll get the two there. Hergenrader along the sideline. Dylan Stovall from behind the arc drives in. Bailey in the corner for three. Puts it through. 7-5. Lago Vista scoring is not stopped so far in these first 2 minutes. Schiller gets a hand in there, knocks it over to Hergenrader. 2-on-1, him and Bailey and Hayden Moore down there. Misses the first one and the second one. Hensley to rebound. Outlaw brings it across the line. Lafferty in the corner for three. Knocks it through. Back and forth game here. Carter Kudino will take off his pullover and go to the scores table and take a knee and sub in at the next whistle. Carter Kudino also has had a few big days in this tournament, knocking down threes left and right. And here's one from Stovall off the rim. And we'll have a whistle. And a foul on the Lago Vista Vikings. Carter Kudina will check into the game. Hayden Moore coming out after two missed layups from him. Outlaw to bring it across. Kubiak in the corner, couldn't find anybody. Lafferty up top, drives in behind Kudina. Left-handed layup won't go. Rebounded by Dylan Stovall. Stovall with Kubiak on him. Drives into the rim, off the glass, won't go, and he will be fouled. Dylan Stovall will get a chance at a couple free throws here. First one misses. Second one won't. That ties the game up here at 8 apiece. About 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Trey Ellis in the corner for three. Won't go. Pass to Kubiak, and we'll have a foul underneath the rim. Archer Houston checks into the game. Foul on Dylan Stovall. Pierce Hergenritter will come out. Aiden Garcia pass to Kubiak underneath the rim, and he'll get 2 points there. Bailey down the left side, gives it to Archer Houston. Couldn't do anything with it. Lands in the hands of Landon Lafferty. Lafferty puts up a three. Won't go. And we'll have a foul underneath. That foul will be on Carter Kudrna. And Kubiak will get a chance at a couple free points. First one misses. Second one goes up and comes back down in the hands of Archer Houston. Kudrna trying to find some separation. Bounces it over to Schiller. Schiller trying to find somebody. He gives it to Houston in the corner. Up top to Kudrna. Kudrna to Schiller behind the arc. Back to Kudrna. Off the screen. Not set very well. And Kudrna will be a moving screen there. And it'll be turned over. Hayden Moore coming back in. And we'll take Cash Schiller out. Ten to 8 here. Under 3.5 in the first left. Spin move by Lafferty. Pass to Garcia. Underneath will not connect, and it will go past the end line. Dylan Stovall will go over there and give it over to Bailey. Dylan Stovall fakes out Aiden Garcia and will give it back to Josh Bailey. Gets it across the line. Bailey with a short corner jumper. Goes off the rim, rebounded by Trey Ellis. And he'll give it to Sebastian Vasquez, his first time in the game today. Kubiak in the corner, back to Vasquez. Garcia, Trey Ellis for three. Off the rim, into the hands of Knox Outlaw, and we'll have a foul there. We will have a travel. And it will be turned over into the hands of Josh Bailey. He gives it off to Carter Kudrna. Back to Bailey, brings it across quickly. Bailey, not a lot of room on this left side. Up top to Dylan Stovall. He takes the three. Rebounded by Houston into the hands of Trey Ellis. Three from Vasquez. Rebounded by Josh Bailey. Kudrna, his pass to Archer Houston, not looking. Knox Outlaw gives it over to Ellis. That layup misses, but Outlaw is there to put it back. Make it 12 to 8. China Spring, 2 minutes in the first. Kudrna hands it over to Bailey. Stovall up top with his back turned. Spin move into the paint, and he'll be fouled and have two shots coming his way. Stovall's first free throw. Will go out Archer Houston coming out. Cash Schiller back in. Stovall's second one will find its way in. 3-point game here in this consolation championship. Sebastian Vasquez with a deep three. And he'll find the bottom of the net. Cash Schiller over to Kudrna for three. He nailed a few as he falls down. Kudrna knocked a few down yesterday and the day before. That one won't go in as that will be kicked out of bounds, and it will stay Cougar ball. Knocks Outlaw up top, over to Lafferty. Pump fakes the three. Hayden Moore gets there on time. Morgan Hensley in the corner. Not a lot of room to go. Hayden Moore, very, very sharp defensively. Sebastian Vasquez goes over with the left hand. Lafferty for three in the corner. That won't go. Back up to Hensley. Lafferty. And that will be knocked through. Another three for China Spring as that doubles Lago Vista's points and will be knocked out. And Josh Bailey is on the ground, able to get up though. And he'll head to the bench. Just barely over 16 seconds left in this first quarter. Carter Kudrna gives it over to Stovall in backcourt territory. Bounce to Schiller behind the arc. Schiller drives in. And we'll have a jump ball. And it will give China Springs the ball. Not touching it, letting that clock stay still. Kudrna will step up, forcing. Knocks Outlaw. Lafferty, little late there. And we'll have no shot. We'll head into the second quarter with a score of 18-9 in favor of the China Spring Cougars. Here in the consolation game of the North Shore Classic. We'll be back right after this. Coming out of this first quarter and into the second with a score of 18-9 in favor of the China Spring Cougars. You are watching the Lago Vista North Shore Classic here on Viking Sports Network. We've brought you every single game of this North Shore Classic, and we will continue to do so. One more game after this, consisting of the Burleson Elks and the Wimberley Texans for the championship. But we'll get this one over with first. Archer Houston up top. Stovall in the corner. He steps up, is fouled, and they are calling an offensive foul. The travel called on Dylan Stovall. Kubiak will find Ellis in the paint, and he'll have another 2 on his day. (20-9) now, China Spring. Kudrna drives in, short corner, up top to Schiller. He mishandles it, jumps on it, and Coach Fox will get timeout in there. Cash Schiller rolling on the ground there. Didn't want to get called with a travel. Coach Fox smartly calls a timeout. Down 11 here in this game. Your Lago Vista Vikings taking on the China Spring Cougars. Day 3 of the North Shore Classic here in Lago Vista will come out of this timeout. 7:07 left in this first half. Carter Kudrna will head to the sideline, and he'll give it to Stovall behind the half-court logo. Stovall stepping over, gives it to Schiller. Back to Stovall, finds Hayden Moore up top. Hayden Moore to Carter Kudrna. Nowhere to go, up top to Archer Houston. He finds a lane, goes to Schiller. Stovall, no opportunity for a shot there. They'll reset, try to get the offense going. Hayden Moore, jab step, floater to Schiller. And Schiller will be called with a charge there. Offensive foul for the Vikings. That turns the ball over. Kubiak in the corner. Trey Ellis for 3, won't go, off the backboard into Kubiak's hands. Schiller with his hands up. Good defense there from Cash Schiller into the hands of Carter Kudrna. He'll find Dylan Stovall. Stovall has a lot of room. Puts up a spin move, and we'll have a jump ball. Josh Bailey coming in for Carter Kudrna. And it is China Spring ball. Outlaw will give it off to Aiden Garcia, point guard. Outlaw finds a lane. Kubiak in the paint. Misses the layup. Taken up by Archer Houston. And Houston will be fouled by Knox Outlaw. 5:45 in this first half. Bailey comes to the sideline. He'll give it over to Dylan Stovall. Bailey's pass to Schiller, mishandled. Stovall finds an opportunity in the paint, and he takes it. And the points will be added on to his stat line for today. 5.5 in the second. Archer Houston up top to defend with Aiden Garcia. Sebastian Vasquez with Josh Bailey on him. Vasquez over to his right. In the corner, Archer Houston with a nice switch. Kubiak from the elbow, off the backboard, rebounded by Cash Schiller. Hayden Moore with his left hand over to Dylan Stovall. Stovall, Bailey in the corner. Drives in. Short corner jumper off the rim. Rebounded by Schiller. He goes up for the 2. Won't go. Into the hands of Bailey. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Schiller. Offensive rebounds, name of the game. Goes behind the backboard. Not find it there. Bailey. And we'll have a whistle. And Pierce Hergenrader will come in for Archer Houston. And Sebastian Vasquez will come to the line. He'll give it to Aiden Garcia behind it. Trey Ellis in the corner for three. Puts it up, won't go. Hergenrader gives it off to Bailey. Bailey racing over to Dylan Stovall. Back to Bailey. Hergenrader at the Cougars bench. He finds Stovall in the paint. Good pass for another two there. Dylan Stovall, 7 of the Vikings' 13 points today so far. Vasquez up top. Bailey steps up. Wide open three for Aiden Garcia. Off the rim. Into the hands of Josh Bailey. He'll get down there as fast as he can. Stops to have some room. Dylan Stovall pump fakes the three. Over to Pierce Hergenrader. Jab step back up to Bailey. They'll reset. Hayden Moore in the corner. Moore drives over. Tries to find Schiller on the pick and roll. Schiller fighting for it on the ground. And it will be in the hands of Sebastian Vasquez. 3.5 to go in the second. Bailey gets a hand in there. Schiller will give it over to Bailey, and he'll have a nice wide open layup for a free two there. And we'll have a timeout taken by the China Spring Cougars. (20-15) now. And we'll come out of this timeout. 3:22 left in the first half. Your Lago Vista Vikings down 5 after being down 11. Have not allowed a China Spring point in a few minutes. Trey Ellis in the corner. Archer Houston able to take away that three-pointer opportunity. Trey Ellis known for shooting his threes, as he does right there. Takes it off the rim, rebounded into Lafferty's hands, up to Outlaw. He drives in. Lafferty in the corner. Pierce Hergenrader staying with him. Vasquez up top, under 3 to go. Ellis in the corner. He drives in, puts up the floater, and will be called with a travel. Kudrna will head to the end line, subbing in for Josh Bailey. Hergenrader will take it and give it back. Here's Hergenrader. Hayden Moore, he drives up top. Stovall fakes the pass, and he'll be called with a charge. Another turnover for the Vikings. Been a big problem so far in this tournament. Definitely going to have to find a fix for that in the second half. China Spring, Cougars 3 from Trey Ellis won't go. Archer Houston with a nice little rebound, saves it into the hands of Knox Outlaw. He goes to Lafferty in the corner. Vasquez for 3, off the rim, into the hands of Hayden Moore. He'll get some space. 2 minutes in this one. Short corner shot for Dylan Stovall. He'll have a wide open 2, and he's got 10. Lafferty wide open three. Won't go. Taken by Kuderna. Minute and a half in the first half. And we'll have a whistle. And a foul by the China Spring Cougars. That will even up the foul count in this quarter. Backcourt to Hergenrader. Hayden Moore, Stovall. Spin move, tries the fadeaway jumper, goes up, is fouled, and will have 2 shots coming his way. Opportunity at more points for Dylan Stovall. He's got most of the Vikings points so far today. And he'll get the chance to keep adding on. After being down 20-9, Lago Vista has scored 8 unanswered points and make that 9. 9 unanswered points for your Lago Vista Vikings so far. Still about a minute 15 left in this one. That second free throw will go in and is now a 1-point game in this first half. Outlaw up top, looks to Kubiak, finds Ellis under the rim. He'll have an easy left-handed layup there. Archer Houston helps Trey Ellis up. Doesn't realize that a play is going on. Under a minute left to go. Kuderna gives it over to Stovall. Stovall trying to put a move on Kubiak, gets a hand in there. Save. Kubiak will take it. And it will be called out of bounds. Kuderna touches it as he's sitting out of bounds. 43 seconds left. Trey Ellis for 3 in the corner. Knocks it through. His first 3 of the game. Nailed about 6 yesterday and 7 the day before. 30 seconds left. Hayden Moore looking. Up top, Hergenrader. Moore trying to find some space under 20. Stovall hands it off to Kuderna. Kuderna, spin move, jumper. Won't go. Rebounded by Kubiak. 5 seconds left. Opportunity for one more shot. Vasquez, step back 3, won't go. And that will be the end of the first half. Score is 25-19 in favor of the China Spring Cougars. Going into halftime, down 6 in this consolation championship, with Wimberley and Burleson warming up on the court, getting ready to play for their championship. We will be back for the second half after a quick 8-minute break. Welcome back, Viking Nation, and we are set to start this second half, waiting for some officials. Eventually, we'll start this second half. Score of 25-19 in this consolation championship between your Lago Vista Vikings and the China Spring Cougars. Starting the third quarter, eventually we'll have officials coming out. Maybe. Big maybe. Maybe ask Coach K to sound the buzzer a couple more times. Coach Anderson just took off looking for him. I think he went into the hospitality room to try and find him. Eventually they'll come out. And in comes Coach Anderson once again on the left side of your screen. Yeah, that's him. Eventually they'll be here. And there they are. And a round of applause. And they're starting to hear it. Just some smiles on their face. Josh Bailey will go to the sideline to start off this third quarter. A very aggressive start for the China Spring defense. Lago Vista down 6. Hayden Moore up to Bailey. Bailey finds Schiller. Pierce Hergenrader bounce to Moore in the short corner. Nice pass in the paint to Schiller. He goes up for the floater, and he'll find it. Schiller with a nice couple points there. Get the scoring started in the second half. Vikings went on a 9-0 run in about 4 minutes in the second quarter. Then China Spring started nailing a couple threes as Trey Ellis throws one up there. Won't go. Rebounded by Kubiak over Stovall's head. Ellis goes up again and won't get that one. Hergenrader will get the rebound and will hand it over to Josh Bailey to bring it across the line and get this offense going. Hayden Moore at the wing on his own bench. He'll go to the top. And he'll give it over to Hergenrader. Pierce Hergenrader, Hayden Moore, Stovall. Back to Hayden. He takes the three. Won't go. Rebounded by Schiller. Kick out to Hayden Moore. He drives in. Short wing shot off the back. Schiller won't get it. Knocked out of his hands into Lafferty's and gives it over to Outlaw. Finds Morgan Hensley. He takes a look at the deep three. His coach wanted him to shoot that one. Tries to get around Schiller. Schiller gets a hand in there. 2-on-1 race down there. Bailey off the backboard. Won't go. Stovall tries to get his hand in there. And it will stay Viking ball. Josh Bailey. Schiller to Stovall. He steps into the paint. Spin move, fadeaway jumper off the rim. And with 6:07 left, ball goes out of bounds. Stovall will bring it in. Couple subs come in for China Spring. And it will be China Spring's ball. on their own side. Bounce to Vasquez under the rim, and he'll have a couple points there. And the ref will call a warning on Coach Fox. Bailey gives it over to Stovall. Hergenrader trying to find somebody. Finds Bailey up top. Hergenrader and Bailey back and forth. Hayden Moore trying to find some space. Outlaw on him. He steps up. Hergenrader in the corner for three. Off the rim. Stovall up top to receive it. Gives it over to Bailey. Finds Schiller with his left hand. Gets it knocked out of his hands. Stovall takes the three. And the three takes him. (27-24) now with 6 minutes left. 5.5 left in this one. Another couple points there for China Springs. And Cash Schiller will be called with a travel. Knocks Outlaw. We'll hand it over to Aiden Garcia. And the three from Vasquez will be good. Extends their lead to 8. Stovall brings it across the line. Garcia defending. Gets a hand in there. Stovall, Bailey steps into the corner, goes up for the two, won't go. Taken away by Cash Schiller. He goes up for the floater. That doesn't go either, and Trey Ellis will be back on it. Vasquez to Ellis. He drives in up top to Outlaw. His three is no good. Pierce Hergenrader will step across, and Hayden Moore is fouled there. About 4:09 left. Bailey will find Cash Schiller. His pass gets knocked away. Dylan Stovall able to jump on it. He takes the three. Schiller saves it, but will be knocked into the hands of a Cougar. Garcia back on it. Vasquez takes his three, and it finds the bottom. 11-point lead now. 11 unanswered for the Cougars. Bailey's pass to Schiller. He drives in. Goes up behind his head. Little hook shot there. And he'll find the two. Three from Vasquez once again. Won't go. Taken away by Schiller. Stovall hops on it. Gives it over to Bailey. Hergenrader at the wing. Heads to the top of the circle. Hayden Moore with him. Stovall almost goes in off the deflection. That would have been the craziest thing I've seen today. Actually, second craziest thing I've seen today. Vasquez, a deep three. Won't go. Schiller's pass to Hergenrader gets fumbled. Can't handle it. Kudrna and Archer Houston will come in and take out Cash Schiller and Josh Bailey. Garcia near the end line. Up to Vasquez. Lafferty steps to his side on Hayden Moore. Moore falls, but that too will not go in. Archer Houston almost called with a travel there, able to get it off in time into Kudrna's hands. Kudrna at the logo communicating. Finds Moore. Over to Hergenrader near his own bench in the corner. Finding some space. His pass will be knocked into Sebastian Vasquez's hands. Almost 2 minutes left. Vasquez thought about the three once again. Hensley drives in at the elbow. His jumper goes in. Up 11 once again. Kuderna slowly gets it knocked away by Hensley. Got to get it across. He does. And we'll have a China Springs foul. .152 left in the third. Kuderna gives it to Bryant Bandow checking into the game. Bryant gives it to Stovall at the wing. Stovall trying to find somebody. He'll have to give it over to Bandow again. Find some space. Free throw jumper. And that'll go in. Bryant Bandow's first points of this tournament come up big to shorten the lead to 9. Vasquez with his left hand. Nice little layup there and a finish. Good move there from Vasquez. 1:20 left in the third. 39-28 Cougars. Kuderna to his left side, spins over, drives into the lane, and will be called with a travel. Coach Fox did not like that one. Vasquez at his own end line. Gives it to Knox Outlaw. Almost a minute left here in the third. Cougars up 11. Vasquez steps in and will be fouled by Archer Houston. Vikings' first foul of this quarter on the shot, so results in 2 Vasquez free throws. Under a minute left. First one goes in, and that'll hit 40. Second one also goes in. Bandow to Hayden Moore. Kuderna in the corner to Bandow up top. Communicates with Archer Houston to move over. Stovall near his own elbow. In the paint, Hayden Moore pump fakes the 3, steps over up top to Houston. 36 left to go. Stovall to Houston's left. Finds Stovall at the paint, back. And it will be out of bounds on Sebastian Vasquez. 23 seconds left. Vikings with another shot to add on to some points here. 13-point lead. Largest lead of the game for the Cougars. Hayden Moore wants the 3. Doesn't want him. Kubiak with the rebound. Saves it from going out of bounds. Hands it to Trey Ellis. Outlaw to Vasquez. Drives into the paint. Up with his right hand. Doesn't get the shot in. And China Springs will be called with a foul. And it will give the ball back. 6.9 left. Bandow got to get down there quick. Kuderna, no opportunity for a shot. And we have a foul before the buzzer. Not before the end on the shot, so it'll be 3 shots coming. From the Cougars, Trey Ellis. First one goes up, hits the rim. Second shot will go in. Third one finds its way in, and that'll be a 15-point lead going into the final 8 minutes. Score of 43-28, sorry, in this game heading into the fourth quarter. Your Lago Vista Vikings down 15. We'll take a quick break here. Buzzer sounds, and we are almost ready to get this last 8 minutes started. Score of 43-28. Coach Kudrna emphasizing the buzzer. Wants to get this over with. China Springs will start us off here in the final 8 minutes of this Consolation Championship here in the North Shore Classic. Day 3, we've brought you every single game, and we will continue to do so. One more game after this will be the championship game between Burleson Elks and the Wimberley Texans. Morgan Hensley goes up with a free throw jumper. That'll extend the lead to 17, largest lead of the game for either side. Vikings have yet to hold a lead. Easton Rice heads to the scorer's table. Stovall wants the three. Doesn't want him. Outlaw in the corner, finds some open space. Hensley goes up off the rim, rebounded by Carter Kudrna. Kudrna gives it over to Stovall. Bandow wants the three off the rim. Hensley short corner. Lafferty wide open three. 20-point lead for the Cougars. Taken away by Kubiak. Wants the easy layup, doesn't get it. Ellis is there to rebound it and put it back. 50-burger for the Cougars. Kudrna to Hayden Moore. Back to Kudrna, rolling on the ground. Hensley will hop on it. Not before a whistle, and we'll have a kickball. Subs come in. Easton Rice, Josh Bailey, Cash Schiller, and Hergen Rader will take out everybody except Dylan Stovall. 6:10 left in this one. 50-28. Garcia will take it. Vasquez in the corner to Lafferty for three. Off the back, into the hands of Bailey, and we'll have a whistle and head to the sideline. Bailey near the Cougars bench. Stovall back to Bailey. Schiller wants the three. Big man doesn't get it. Stovall underneath to rebound with his left hand. Goes up and will get it. Under 5.5 to go in this game. Down 20. Kubiak takes the two. Still a very aggressive Cougar defense. Stovall gets around him, and he'll be fouled there. Bailey trying to find somebody, gives it to Schiller, brings it up top. Hergenrader. Stovall at the wing near his own bench, drives into the corner, up for the layup, and he'll have another 2 on his day. Scored 20 so far for Stovall. Wide open 3 for Trey Ellis. Won't go. Schiller hops on it. Bailey to Stovall at the wing near us. Hergenrader over to Easton Rice with his left hand in the short corner, back turned, gives it off to Bailey. Rice drives in. Freshman doesn't get the shot down. Wide open 3 for Lafferty. Rings out. Schiller bounces on it. Into the hands of Josh Bailey. Stovall at the logo. Knocked away by Kubiak. Racing down the court. And an easy 2 for him. Schiller trying to find somebody. Gives it to Lafferty. And he steps out of bounds. Couple subs coming in for the Cougars. Bailey near his own bench. Finds Schiller. Back up to Bailey. Schiller in the paint. Gives it to Easton Rice. Pump fakes the 3. Drives in. Floater. Off the rim. Rebounded by Schiller. Goes up with his left. Won't go. That shot won't go. And it'll be turned over. Stovall gives it to Bailey. Brings it across. Hergenrader in the short corner. Schiller. Right-handed. Finds it. Good move there by Cash Schiller. Knocks Outlaw. Move on Bailey. Deep 3 for Vasquez. Doesn't go. Schiller hops on it. Bailey. Hergenrader. One more pass to Stovall. He takes the 3. Won't go. Rice with a rebound and with a foul on the Cougars. Archer Houston, Carter Kudrna, and Hayden Moore coming in, taking out Schiller, Easton Rice, and Pierce Hergenrader. Josh Bailey from the end line goes to Archer Houston at the elbow. Pass to Kudrna, almost slips out of bounds. Kudrna hops back on it. Stovall up top to reset. 2 minutes left in this one. Stovall in his own corner, hands it off to Kudrna, to Bailey, brings it up top. Kudrna, Stovall at his own bench. Steps up with his right hand. Archer Houston tries to save it. Good hustle from Archer Houston, though. Doesn't stay in. 1:42 left in this one. 20-point lead for the China Springs Cougars. Outlaw. Finds another Cougar in the paint. Short corner shot off the rim. Hayden Moore tries to knock it away. Knocks it into Outlaw's hands. Outlaw to his left side. Tosses it. Three doesn't go. Fight for it. We have a foul. And it will be called on Carter Kudrna. Just over a minute left. Off of Archer Houston's leg into the hands of Carter Kudrna. Kudrna bounced to Stovall. He steps back, finds some room. Hergenrader gives it off to Kudrna under a minute. Kudrna over to Hergenrader. Stovall short corner. Drives into the paint. Corner for Kudrna. Too high to get a shot off. Mishandles it. Hergenrader tosses it back to Kudrna. Houston up top. 30 seconds left. Stovall takes a contested three. Doesn't go. Houston goes up for the rebound. That won't either. And it'll be thrown out of bounds off of Archer Houston's foot. And about 20 seconds left here. Cougars will just run this one out. That's all they're going to do. And the buzzer will sound. Your Vikings will suffer an unfortunate loss here in the Consolation Championship of the North Shore Classic. Lost to China Springs 54-34. That will make the Vikings at an even 500, 7-7, 3-2 on this weekend in the North Shore Classic. They'll lose the Consolation Championship. Stay tuned. Hop over to another stream because we are bringing you one more Wimberley versus Burleson for the North Shore Classic Championship. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.